Hi everyone. Today I would like to talk about what makes you you. What is the foundation of yourself? So you might call it the ego, but ego has a negative connotation usually. But you could think about your soul essence. What makes you unique? What makes you different and individual and special compared to anyone else? So before that, interestingly, I just saw and shared on my social media about this video called The Egg. So yeah, it resonated with millions of people because it talks about the belief that we are all just one soul, wanting to experience everything. So dividing itself into different situations, different people, so you will understand, what if you were the policeman? What if you were the criminal? What if you were the mother? What if you were the child? So all of those things, but really just one soul creator experiencing all that. So that's another topic for another day, but something to think about, right? Why not? Why not? It is possible. But having said that, let's go first to a smaller, maybe easier concept to think about. What makes you you? So, a lot of things have happened to us over the course of our lives. We have been in different situations, we have encountered many different people. So, what if those did not happen? What if you were born into a different family? What if you had lived in a different country? And so on and so forth. So, would your choices have been different? Would you have a different personality? Would you be drastically changed? Or would it still be exactly you, the same you, even down to your fashion sense and your mannerisms and talking? So, yeah, something to think about. If you guys have watched Butterfly Effect, starring Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart, that's really thought provoking because even with changing one little thing, even if the premise was it was still the same date, the same era, mostly the same, but with the change of one little thing, a lot of people have changed their life course. Some people have become from, I don't want to spoil, but yeah, some people who seem to be super evil are now super nice just because of one little situation, and so forth. So it really makes you think, what about ourselves, right? So those are other people, but makes you think, how different and how the same would you be if something little or major has changed? Also, I've seen that in the comic books that I've been reading growing up. So I was familiar with alternate realities long ago. Before now, it's been popularized with the multiverse, right? So yeah, what if in another lifetime you were someone else? Maybe you were richer or poorer, maybe you were a little smarter, or maybe your smartness was just not discovered, and so on. So yeah, what would be different? And what I love about the comics I read growing up was you really can tell how each person is, or their soul essence. You would believe that this person in a different circumstance would be still optimistic, but do something differently. This person would still be insecure because they're really insecure consistently, but etc etc. We can also see this when we watch our favorite celebrities, our favorite actors. So sometimes your favorite actor would play a hero, sometimes they would play a villain, and then they would still talk the same. They might even do similar things, but you would be shocked sometimes na, how come he's now doing something bad, and so on. Well, we know it's just a story, right? But at least it makes your mind jog a little. You'll be more elastic in terms of seeing, okay, it's possible, right? That, yeah, that they would do that. So of course, not to justify anything evil. I mean, evil is evil, right? But sometimes you would understand why some people would do things different from you. What if you were in that situation? Maybe you'd do the same thing. So yeah, There's this verse in the Bible. What There will be periods of shaking, and what is not shaken is the foundation. That is the essential. I can't remember the exact verse now, but yeah. But really, basically, literally, of course, when something is not shaken, then that is foundational to your core, to who you are. So that is who you really are. The others are just trappings, the others are just accessories. Um, and that makes us think, well, do I like who I am? Am I proud of that? Is there something I'm really willing to change? Right? We can be proactive and take control. What are the things that we usually just ignore, or we feel that we have no control over? Well, I'm always like this. I'm gonna be an addict for life. Or it's not my fault. They abuse me, so I'm gonna be like this. No, maybe that's something to think about, that there are things that you can have control over. Who are you really? Yeah, something to think about. As a side note, yeah, I just like to um, mention, going back to the idea of oversoul, and one soul splitting into different bodies and souls. When I see tarot, when I see the zodiac, when I see spectrums, even personality tests, right? So you would go from one spectrum to another. Sometimes it's a line, sometimes it's two-dimensional. In the case of the zodiac, it's 12 usually. Yeah, different animals, different parts in the spectrum. It's like a wheel. So it does make sense that some are leaning towards this side, some are leaning towards this side, but it's all balanced. So it doesn't mean that we label people into, you're always going to be like that, and we limit them. But it's one way to appreciate and understand others and ourselves, that there are times we are just different. Some would rather be more hopeful, some would rather be more brave, right, than others. Yeah. And it also makes me think about our dreams. So, have you had vivid dreams? Yeah, for me, yeah, lately, actually, I even put it as an intention now. I want to remember my dreams. And yeah, lately I keep on remembering the whole thing. And that's why I feel so tired, because it's like my consciousness doesn't sleep. It's awake 24 hours. So, yeah, so when you're in a dream, right? Like the movie Inception, you're just there and then living as if, it's reality. You assume that it's reality, right? And also in the Matrix, right? What if you never wake up? What if you never realize that you were dreaming, right? You live with the reality with which you are given. So how would you live, right? Yeah, so dreams and imagination, those are also ways where we can think, if I were in a different situation, what would I do? That also leads me to think that, yeah, have we even just imagined those things? Are we just dreaming randomly? Are these dreams accidental, or maybe they are actually memories from the past? Or what if they're even signs from the future? I personally have had experience of dreaming, and then a few months later, that same moment, it wasn't even a big thing, it's just little things. But that same moment, that tree, that car, that that person, it all clicked into place, and then I'm like, oh no, no, not oh no, parang whoa, this happened in my dream. So how interesting is that? Well, we could say, with everything we've dreamt in all our lives, it's possible to get those things, by chance. It is possible. But the more realistic they are, and the more frequent it occurs, it would make you think that it's not just accidental, that there is a design to this. And why not tap into that consciousness? So why not pray to God? Why not pray to that higher consciousness? I want to know more. And maybe even give you guidance for what you need to do in this present moment. What should I do? Are there things that I need to learn? I need to remember, to make this day count? Yeah, am I on the right track? And so on. So, yeah, thinking about dreams, memories, signs from the future, imagination, it's all very tied together. They seem different, but are they really? Or are they all just, things that we create in our mind and in our consciousness? So whether we experience them now, or when we sleep, or when we think, what if they are all true and all happening? Also, this makes me think about meditation. So, usually when we have meditation, so someone would say, imagine a bright light floating above your head and going all around your body and healing you. So the word is imagine or visualize or think of. But in that moment, when you are meditating, is it not also you actively claiming that it is happening? That there is, think about it, make sure it is true, manifest it. There is really a bright light coming down and healing you. And what if the guide in the meditation would say, imagine your consciousness going through all the earth, or outside the earth, or into the earth, all that? What if that is really what's happening and it's not just all in your head, right? So I am learning recently about, yeah, you have the power. You can limit yourself, or you can remove all the limits. It's really up to you. It is your choice. How liberating is that? And if you are skeptical, well, just give it a try, right? We become who we believe. For those who have grown up in a religious background like I have, even in the Bible, even in the holy books, it does say everything will be done according to your faith. So there you go. There is really no conflict. So yeah, so this is just uh, me rambling on about many different topics that are slightly related. Yeah, very deep. But yeah, who am I? How will I act? How will I live if I'm in a different reality, in a different life? What makes me me? And how can I change my life now, my personality, and even my circumstances with the power of our mind? So enjoy. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day, life, and always. Bye bye.